Hey guys, welcome to the Kasper Konnect, where we use technology to bridge the gap between the office and field. We appreciate you tuning in, and today we are talking about...
Well, before we get there, we should definitely welcome our special guest.
Today we're talking about our
Vanessa.
special guest. Welcome, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Welcome, Vanessa. We're glad you're here.
Thank you,
As
guys.
we do want to start talking about some kind of team dynamics, and we're going to kind of dive into like what makes a great team mesh. But like, you know, we're in the middle of World Cup, and like we're watching some great teams. Who's your team, Vanessa?
Colombia all the way.
USA.
Are you going USA?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
You got
actually
it.
know anything else.
And nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, you in movies also.
I just know
soccer
I
team.
should say football, not soccer.
Well
You
done.
Okay, thanks. That's all I know.
Well done.
That's all I know. And yes,
And tune
I'm
in
an
tomorrow.
American, so I say soccer. But yeah, just rooting for USA. Hopefully, we take down
Bosnia.
Bosnia.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
so-
Colombia plays tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Let's watch it, guys.
All
Go for
right.
the win. Goal.
The other thing we want to do is say thank you guys to Marion, Daniel Kraft, Katie, and Todd for dropping comments in last week.
Oh,
we got a
way to
gift
go.
card for you guys, so thank you so much. And we want to make sure that you guys are encouraged to drop your comments in below as we work through this different material. But when it comes for what we're talking about today, for what makes a great team mesh, what would you say would be the thing for you? What would make a great team mesh?
mine would be humility.
Okay, why?
I just think of like the different world teams that the USA has put forward. And in basketball, I remember like seeing the original Dream Team.
Yeah.
And like they were all amazing individual athletes, but they figured out how to play together. I think we lack humility today, and it's hard to put a real dream team together because they're all out for themselves.
Well, and even wasn't Dennis Rodman on that team?
I don't know if he made it.
But even so, it would almost be like it would be humility amongst the team. Even if a player is like kind of like that, like out there, it's like knowing the fact that the team is like united in that is kind of a, I think, even a principle in that.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I used this example or not before, but it's like that. One of my most favorite movies of all time is Miracle, the hockey movie, and how they're like they're done with the game and everybody's, again, your point, like in it for themselves or whatever. And after the game, the coach makes them do like, I don't know what you call it in hockey, back and forth for hours after the game. And he keeps asking them, like, who do you play for? Who do you play for? And they keep saying like their themselves or their home team or whatever. And until the captain of the team gets it, he's like, oh, my name's Michael and I play for the United States of America. And it's like, because again, the sum is greater than the individual, or the whole is greater than the sum of the individual parts. And so I totally agree with that, and would also add on trust. And I don't think you can have good trust without humility. So those things probably go hand in hand. But just trusting the people on your team you have to have that, you have to have that. And you build that through competency, you build that through relational equity, and through humility. So I think trust is vital to good teams.
Yeah, I think about collective success. It's not you versus me. It's we're in this together. We celebrate together. We cry together, and that's really what brings a team together. You're able to just, you want to. You celebrate one another. You feel when Cassie does something phenomenal, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And she feels the same way about me and about Lindsay, and we cry, and it's just about,
Justin and I cry too.
We actually do have a designated cry corner in the office,
corner,
just so you guys know.
Okay.
So,
we do.
That's good. I haven't been there yet. I've been doing it publicly.
Well, I think it's because
You're crying at the wrong place.
Sorry, guys.
There's a place for crying.
I love that. And I love how it's kind of like has this rhythm of just like that uniformity. Like, and it's like, and though it's like, again, like Dennis Rodman, if he was on the team, like he would have stood out as an individual. And just because we can stand out as individuals doesn't mean that we are like not working or cooperating as a team. It's just that matter of like, we understand that there is a nature of how we work together, and like, that's to be celebrated, that's to be built. And then like, and we kind of combine that all. But I would agree with Cassie. I think trust is like one of those fundamental elements for team dynamics, where it's like, if I'm feeling trusted or even safe, then I feel like I can put myself out there.
Yeah.
You know, and then I can kind of work on a greater capacity, because it's like, man, I feel like nothing's going to happen to me.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to just go for it and really go from that angle. And whether it be trust, safe, but that foundation work really allows you to become that unified team.
I love a quick example. It was right when Jim got here, and I don't actually remember the context of the story. I just remember that something had happened, and he obviously hadn't worked with us for long, and with Justin, and he's kind of been on his own. And, you know, we recognize you guys come from different employers and different places that might not have this culture. And so it's kind of hard to learn a new culture dynamic when you come on board. And hopefully you feel a safe, you know, trusting environment, but it takes time to learn that. But he had made a mistake and had done something that was going to, you know, cause a problem. And I remember he tells the story a lot that, you know, he went to Justin and was like worried about, you know, how Justin was going to react. And, you know, Justin was like, all right,
Good.
okay, no problem. Like, what did we learn? How can we do it better next time? And like, Jim was just so floored because he was expecting, you know, a horrible reaction from Justin. And he didn't. He got a loving, trusting, supportive response that helped Jim now keep that in his brain. And now he's going to lead other people the way that Justin led him, A. And B, Jim now knows he has the room to fail and still be loved and supported afterwards. And it's like that, I don't think is common.
100%. If you feel safe in your environment, you are going to learn. That's going to bring your best self. You're going to be able to put your best foot forward because you feel, hey, no matter what, I have my team that has my back. And that's actually a beautiful thing, and not every place does that.
You're not operating out of fear.
Correct.
Yeah, for sure.
So how do we bring this practically to the field and the office? What would be the elements where we can help to demonstrate a way to contribute to trust, contribute to like it feeling safe, the ability to make mistakes? What would you say would be the way to lead?
So one of the things that I do is I encourage people to make decisions, and they may communicate their fear of getting it wrong. I'm like, whatever. If you can tell me or show me how this aligns with our values and our mission, like I'm good with whatever decision you make. Like those are the bumpers that'll keep us in line. Now I may have made a different decision, but let's talk about it. And I say this frequently: vulnerability in the wrong space can be perceived as a weakness, but vulnerability in the right space is a superpower. And so I think back to the story of Jim, it's like, man, if we're going to lead other people well, we have to embrace the mistakes, because that's just opportunity to get better. And we need more of those. Not that I want to go out and make an intentional mistake, but I do use my past mistakes today in story of like, we literally have an entire group of people that meet just to talk about Justin's mistakes. It's like we could write a book about that. So it's like it's okay to fail.
To that group.
If it were not okay to fail, we would all be working in like the 70% zone, because we're afraid to push it to the limit. But it's like, no, it's okay to fail. So now we're operating at 100%, and even 110% sometimes. And that can almost get a little reckless. But it's like the speed and intentionality and intensity that we work together is greater. And it's okay. We're going to make a couple mistakes.
Yeah. And I think others before self. I mean, that's the humility that's going to build the trust, is building up other people before yourself. Like, not just worrying, you know, about you and your day and your time and what you got going on and your money and it's like, hey, how can I help, you know, Vanessa, you know, get better today? Or how can I support Vanessa in what she's doing today? And how can I, you know, help her? It's like stopping, you know, and paying attention to the team around you, versus just worrying about what it is that you have to get done today. And so which is going to increase your own leadership when you're doing that. Like, that's just a natural way to become a leader. And so it's pulling people up with you. I think I said this last week, rather than standing on them to get ahead. So I think that's a good practical way.
Words of affirmation.
All right.
I feel that sometimes people don't hear them all the time. So, you know, that small little gratitude goes a long way. People like encouragement. I think we learn a lot that way.
Yeah.
Of course, put yourselves in their shoes whenever they're failing and be humble. But yeah, words of affirmation would be probably the one that I would say.
And if I could add on to that, I would say that the ability for us to basically help give boundaries for people too. Like even if we were saying we're going to allow for people to make mistakes, like saying you can make a mistake up to this point, and or like going you can make a mistake up to this point, and I don't care. But like if you can define that for people, like if it's on the field, and I'm just throwing this out there, it might be a bit terrible idea, but if you can, if you can go like you can say to an apprentice, like, listen, if you make a mistake that's under $100 or less, just fix it. Just fix it. But if it's over $200, I want you to start coming up with solutions. And when it's up $500, I still don't want you to panic, but I want you to work on changing things. And then over $500 mistake, like, all right, we really got to talk about this, you know? But what you did is you gave them the clarity to say, this is how we're going to work through this. And then so now trust and safety have been built, you know? And so it's been really defined. And so whether you do that in the office, the field, but giving the boundaries to say, here's your room where you can operate in is, I think, a huge advantage. So I love that, guys. This is good. Hey, so we got some birthdays to celebrate. Anybody got the list?
We do. I absolutely have the list. All right, July birthdays. Chris Seitz, July 3rd.
Chris.
Marion, July 8th.
All right.
Jean, July 12th.
Jean.
Jared McNeil, July 16th. Michael Carlin, July 21st. And Jonathan Holleran, July 28th. Happy birthday,
Happy
guys.
birthday, everybody.
Hey, guys.
And we have 3 anniversaries.
All right.
Ronnie, July 10th, 3 years.
5-star
Nice.
man.
Yes, 5-star man for sure. Andrew Saavedra, July 14th, 1-year anniversary.
Welcome.
And our very own Carolina Miranda, 3-year anniversary on July 17th.
Awesome.
So thanks for
job,
being part of the
guys.
team, guys. And we just wanted to wish you guys a happy 4th of July and hope you guys have some great family time on Friday off with your families. Be safe with the fireworks. And hope you guys have a good weekend.
Hey, and before we end, we want to also give you the opportunity to take this one step further. If you write MESH and your name in the comments, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win a $100 Visa gift card.
Whoa.
And so
$100.
make sure you do that, and we'll be announcing that next time. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. We're glad to see you, and we hope to see you next time.
Mesh, right?
Bye. Yeah.